Hey, my name is Eve the Weave. Like, share, and subscribe. I want to talk about the whole NFL, Jayz, Rock Nation partnership and the whole Eric Garner, the cop. They got fired because it goes right into that whole subway. But I wanted y'all to hear what Mason said would make a lot of sense. And some people is not viewing it that way. Some people are very disappointed in Jay-Z. But let's hear what my song got to say because it made perfect sense to me.
Him. Nobody reached out to us. Nobody said, yo, this is what we doing. Thank you. We happy. Thank you what you doing. This is the next steps. Nobody said a word. Kaepernick got a settlement. I just want you to get this. Kaepernick sued the NFL saying that there was a collusion, whatever, I forgot the word, but saying that they pretty much conspired to not get him hired based on his protests, and he was able to prove or whatever. He took a settlement. Now I want you to understand what a settlement is. A settlement means that rather than going to trial to prove what it is that I know that they did wrong to me, in which I keep my rights to speak up and talk about the injustices that go on in the NFL. Kaepernick took a collusion. Kaepernick took a settlement, meaning at that point, he decided that he wanted to give up his rights to be vocal about the shit that they did to him in the NFL. I believe he had information, he had proof. He took a settlement. And then when he took that settlement, he never notified us. I don't know if he notified Jay-Z and said, hey, this is what I'm doing now. Jay-Z at that time had turned down the Super Bowl because he was with Cap. Jay-Z was vocal. He was wearing Kaepernick jerseys everywhere. He was calling the man an icon. He was saying, he was behind him saying everything, yo, this is what's going on. I'm with Kaepernick. I'm with him. He's an icon. He was with him. I seen this. I visibly, because I was on the front lines of this whole boycott. I was there. Kaepernick took a settlement in which that settlement limited what he can say. And it was for his financial gain. It was for his finances. He took money based on what he felt he was entitled based on what they did to him. I don't know the amount of money. But he took money. He took money. And a lot of us who were on the lines with him were lost. We didn't know where. And this is real. I'm not going to throw nobody's names, but these are real people that was in this movement that was pushing with him. A lot of these people ain't saying nothing now because they don't want to go against him. And I don't want to go against him, but I want the facts to be known. I want us to be real clear about what happened here. So Kaepernick made his deal. Eric Reed went back to the NFL. The NFL hired Eric Reed. Eric Reed has a job in the NFL. Right? So Kaepernick took this deal for whatever, but at that point, what you say, when you take a deal, when you come to a conclusion and you say, okay, I'm taking a settlement, it means that you're not willing to take your case to trial, in which you keep your rights to speak up, to continue to speak on behalf of what's going on.
I'll be damned if I have to edit
inside of the NFL. Right?
That's crazy.
That means that you gave up your rights. You said to yourself, this deal right here is worth enough for me not to continue to talk about what's going on in the NFL. So at that point, Kaepernick did not notify any of us. Now, we on the front lines working with you. Now, you probably felt you didn't have to. This was your shit. You doing what you doing. You continue doing. You got I know your rights, Kim. He got his Nike thing. Like, there were financial things in which the man was able to make finances. Jay-Z said, you know what, I don't need to go to the Super Bowl. Rapped about it. I don't need the Super Bowl. You need me. Tell the NFL we in stadiums too. He was with Cap. So I wanted to give you real perspective because I don't want the whole shit about somebody's a sellout or who's not a sellout. I want you to see perspective. Let's have real perspective here. You know, let's have real perspective. You can say fuck Jay-Z, you can say whatever, but I want you to have real perspective here.
So basically, what my son just said is, yes, Cap started a movement, but like I thought, once he took that settlement from the NFL, it was like, we gonna give you this money for you to shut the fuck up and go over there. And that's just me being me. That's what the money stands for. We need you to shut up, sign these papers, because if you notice, after he got his settlement, he didn't have nothing to say. So basically, Cap silenced his own movement by signing that paperwork. To me, I wouldn't even went upstairs and spoke with them. If you wasn't going to get your job back that you want so bad, you went upstairs, you spoke with them, and you collected a check to shut up, stop your movement, and go over there. And I say to myself, now you a leader of a movement, and you basically stopped your own movement. Take that money, shut up, and go over there. My thing is, though, as a leader of a movement, once you started for police brutality, I got all my words confused, for police brutality, you stopped it by taking the money. But what you should have done was, being that my son just said you didn't speak to nobody that was on the front lines with you, my son has always been a G, Bronx all day, stand up. He's always been a G. And I know him personally to not be a liar. So therefore, how you gonna start a movement and then not have a round table saying that you fitting to collect a check for the movement? Because what you should have did was, you should have had a round table discussion with the people that was on the front lines with you and say, well, let me just say this. Y'all should have had a plan. I'm going to collect this check, but they going to make me shut up. So I need that next person to fall in line and be my spokesman while I collect this check, but I got y'all. That didn't happen. You went and you collected the check and you avoided to tell anybody that's what you was doing, which gave up your voice, which gave up your rights to protest the league, which gave up your job. But you didn't give up that money, though. Now, with Jay-Z signing a partnership with them, now Jay-Z said he spoke to them, that he spoke to Cap. Cap girlfriend saying, oh no, nobody didn't reach out to us. But y'all didn't reach out to nobody neither, saying that he was going to collect that check. I heard about that on TMZ Sports. Right? Right. So, Jay-Z said in the press conference with the NFL, we are past that stage of kneeling. What's next? So everybody's mad at Jay-Z for collecting that bag with the NFL and X, Y, and Z, and it's all about the money. Now, what I can say about Jay-Z is he has not failed his people yet when it comes to stuff like this. We don't know what he got in store. But my main thing is, and I said this on a couple of people's videos, and I said this, I think today when the Joe Budden podcast came out this morning. How is the NFL gonna stop police brutality? I'm just saying, that's not their business. Let's just be real. I understand why Cap was kneeling. He was kneeling for the national anthem and what it stands for and this and this and that. But let's just be real. The NFL and cops don't go hand in hand. Do you understand what I'm saying? The only way that we can stop police brutality, first of all, I'm going to need minority people in the inner cities to stop wanting these rappers and people that have a lot of money to do stuff for them. They are removed from the inner cities. They are above and beyond. And I'm not trying to say that they can't come back because people was like, Jayz didn't do nothing for his community. This is that and the third. All right, you got that. But at the end of the day, they worked hard. So is it their business to come back and do something for us? What is you going to do to stop certain things in your city? The guy that choked out Eric Garner and put the chokehold on him got fired today. That's how you stop police brutality. He should have been fired from the get. It shouldn't have took years to do it for somebody to have balls and say, well, you know, if we don't fire you, it's going to be a riot. And we don't want them type of problems. Because better believe that discussion was had in the boardroom before they decided to fire homeboy. Because if it wasn't, and if they didn't feel like somebody was going to react, they wouldn't have. My thing is, you would have been fired him. You should have fired him from the jump. He shouldn't have been at a desk collecting the check. Eric Garner can't take care of his family. Why should he be able to take care of his and he's the one that applied the chokehold? The only way to stop police brutality is if the cops stop abusing their rights against Americans. That's it. Stop shooting or stop beating or stop doing all that. Because at some point, you are human. I'm just saying. What goes around comes back around. You ain't been in police all your life. That's all I'm saying. They act like, some police officers act like once they put on that uniform, it's go time. Oh, I was bullied. I was this. I don't know what they be thinking. But the bully mentality is there once they put on that uniform. They are like a gang. And gangs are like fires. They can be put out. Simple as that. And once one man fall, like this cop did today, even though it took him a long time to fall, but I'm happy that he don't have a job. Because that puts in the minds of all the other police officers, well, if we do this, we're going to get fired. Yes, you are. You should always think that when you go on a job. Just do your job. Your job don't put in there, oh, beat people, shoot people, do this to people. That's not in the contract, I don't think. Shoot to kill. Beat them to a pulp. No. So my thing is, that's the only way to stop police brutality. Now, being that Jayz has his foot in the door, I feel like he can do a lot of things for communities and things of that nature. We just have to wait and see. We can't just judge the man. Oh, you don't side with them and this and this and that and the third and blah. Yes, he probably did have that deal in the making for months. Yes. But where's Cap? Could you imagine if Martin Luther King would have took a deal to not march? Where would we be at today? I'm just saying. You cannot go and take the deal and not speak out, not have a voice. You took the deal and they took away your voice. They took away your right for free speech. And you didn't let nobody know on the front lines that's marching with you? Come on. Teamwork make the dream work. You had a team. They was riding for you. So, yes, you are great. Yes, you did start a movement. But what's next? Like Jay-Z said, I'm with Jay-Z. What's next? When he says what's next, I want to know what's next. Where do and what do the people do from here on out? I know we need to move different. But while we moving different, the cops definitely need to know that they can't do what they've been doing to Americans. Can't do it. Life is too short. And like I said, you ain't going to be a cop all your life. So now that I got Mason's part, being that he was on the front lines, because at first I was like, damn, Jay-Z. But now that I got Mason's part, I can kind of like, all right, now I see where everything is going. And I understand it a little bit more. You understand? It's 2 and 3 sides to every story. Yeah, Jay-Z took the deal. Yeah, it make him look like a sellout. But does it really? Let's just see what the man gonna cook up. Once we see what he gonna cook up and where he gonna go with it, then we can make a move. Right now, Jay-Z playing chess, and y'all not peeping game. Only chess players peep game, baby. So get off the checkerboard. Real bosses play chess. I'm just saying. My name is Eve the Weave. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit me in the comments. Later, YouTube.